I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck you and fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Now ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. But the fuck you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't afford a Ferrari, but that don't mean I can't get you there. I guess he's an Xbox and I'm more Atari. But the way you play your game ain't fair. I picture the fool that falls in love with you.
Oh, she's a gold digger.
Well,
just don't you know?
Ooh, I've got some news for you. Yeah, go on and run tell your little boy free. See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck you and fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Now ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. But the fuck you. Now I know that I had to borrow, beg and steal and lie, cheat, trying to keep you, trying to please ya. Just being in love with your ass ain't cheap. Nah, I picture the fool that falls in love with you.
Oh, she's a gold digger.
Well,
just don't you know?
ooh, I've got some news for you. Ooh, I really hate your ass right now. See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck you and fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Now ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. The fuck you. Now baby, 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 why you wanna hurt me so bad?
So bad, so bad, so bad.
I tried to tell my mama, but she told me this is one for your dad. Yeah, she did. And I was like, why? Why, baby? I love you. I still love you. I see you driving round town with a girl I love. Fuck you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck you and fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Now ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. But the fuck you.
Where will I go from here? Still too early to tell, but you can bet I'm prepared for anything. And that's no lie. Spotlight's on you, so you know it's showtime. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where will I go from here? Still too early to tell, but you can bet I'm prepared for anything. And that's no lie. Spotlight's on you, so you know it's showtime.
Alrighty there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm looking at my screen here. For some reason, it's black. Let me know what y'all see down there. I only see a black screen. Hey, Callie Jane, how you doing? Wonder what's going on there. Wonder why my screen is black. Let me see if I can fix that right quick. Like, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Why is my screen black? I don't know. I don't know why. But anyway, we're gonna find out. Anyway, folks, before we get started, before I get welcome everybody. Before we get started, let me I'm gonna start with this clip right here, and then we'll talk about that. Let me see what I can do about seeing. Yeah, here we go.
You have to be responsible for yourself. Oh, I'm gonna talk. Hey, go in the house. Tell your mom to take you to school. I'm not putting up with your attitude. Go. Go.
All right, folks, as you're looking at that video right there, did you see anything wrong with what Dad did? I didn't see anything wrong with what he did. He didn't argue with his child. He didn't grab her butt. He didn't beat her. He just took her, said, listen here, I'm not going to put up with your mouth. I'm not going to go, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to have this. And he kindly said, I'm going to let your mom take you to school, and went on about his day. Some folks say that this man was wrong for doing what he did. Saying that he was wrong for not getting at a loud verbal altercation. Now, what if it would have been the vice? What if he would have came out the door screaming, cursing at the little girl, calling her the B word, calling her the little S word, calling her the C word? What if he'd have done that instead of doing this? Let's look at it again. Instead of doing this.
You have to be responsible for yourself. Oh, I'm gonna talk. Hey, go.
The little girl says, don't talk to me. Think about this. And I hate to say it back, and there was a day, folks, if you talk to your parents like that, you was going to meet either the left hand or the right hand, regardless of the situation. There might have been distance, but as soon as she got in that car, you was going to get popped. You don't speak to your parents like that. But he was wrong. Look, again, watch what he does. Does he scream? Does he yell?
In the house. Tell your mom to take you to school.
Get in the house.
I'm not putting up.
Get in the house. Tell your mom to take you to school. I'm not putting up with that. Is there something wrong with that? Okay, thank you. You guys are seeing the picture again? Or is it a black screen again? Are you guys seeing the same thing that I'm seeing the video with him standing up? Give me a one. I hate to use a one or a two, so gauche. But give me a one or a two if you can see what I'm seeing. I'm looking at the video that you guys. He should be moving. He should have just been going back into the house. Okay. Gotcha. Right. If he would have been screaming and yelling at the little girl, calling her out of her name, this would have been a different video. I would expect everyone to be in an uproar. But he did the right thing. He didn't take off his belt and whip the child. He didn't snatch the child up. He did the right thing. And folks got a problem with that. Okay, listen, I'm not going to put up with you. I'm going to let your mom put up with you. I'm not going to school. You're not getting in the car with me like that.
With your attitude. Go. Go.
Going on about my way. Now, I don't know if you folks can see these comments here. Let me see if I can make the screen bigger. I don't know if you folks can see these comments. But this one right here. Don't ask me about what Yeezy says right now. It says, children are people too. If they have had a bad day, just like you do, Mr. Sassy. Okay, I understand that children do have bad days, but you are the parent. You control their good or their bad days. Just because a child has a bad day, that means you let them be unruly. That means you let them talk to them any way you want to. Those are the same children that we'll be picking up in jail later on, or picking up at the truant office, because they think it's okay if their parents let them talk to them any kind of way. What you going to think that's going to happen when they get out in society and think it's okay to talk to their teachers, the policemen, or anything else that way? Education begins at home. Let me read this next one here. This one's from Cream City Casey. Putting your daughter's bad morning on the net for clout is nuts. He didn't upload this. It's on a Ring camera. He didn't know he was being, I guess he does know he was being recorded, but he didn't know that this was going to end up. Someone else uploaded this. He didn't put this on. Chances are the wife probably did. The mama probably did. But even if he did upload it, that just goes to show you, hey, this is other ways of handling your children other than beating on them and cursing at them. There's other ways of handling your child's bad day. Let's read this next one. This one is Problematic Panda, showing that you're a trash father and a trash husband, all in one sentence. That's talent. How is he a trash husband, or how is he a trash father? Need I go back to what I just said again? He would have been a trash father if he would have slapped the little girl, if he would have cursed the little girl out. Let's not even entertain that one. And finally, this last one. Now, if that child ends up cutting your ass off for humiliating her online, like when she gets older, you better not say shit. If this little girl looks back at this, and I guarantee you, she won't say, well, Daddy, you was wrong for doing what you did. I was out of place, Dad. I told you don't talk to me. You the daddy. You the adult. So if this causes her low self-esteem, sorry. Don't tell me I haven't seen worse on the YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I've seen mothers so-called call their daughters out for twerking, and they call them every B word there is. A low hoe, a low this, a low that. You're smelling your armpits. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're not gonna talk to me that way, you little B. I'm trying to keep it clean right now, but I got some choice words coming up a little bit later on. I want to just keep this first part of this show kind of light, because I got some shit to talk about here today. There's some clips, folks. There's some clips. Hey, Sheed, what's going on, good brother? There's some clips, folks, that you're not going to like to see. These clips that I'm going to show you are horrible. There's one clip in particular that I'm going to show you, folks. There is two African-American men, boys, in a video. One black woman in a video. One black boy is beating the shit out of his so-called girlfriend while the other videotapes it. Where's the pushback from that? But I just showed you a man calmly telling his daughter that I'm not going to put up with your BS today. Go deal with your moms. But the video that I'm going to show you a little bit later on, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. How could you stand there as a grown man and watch another grown man beat on a woman mercifully in her face with closed fists and not do nothing? I hopped on a panel quick this morning, and I'll say it, on Bomb Cherry's panel this morning, and I was talking to a dude named Black Knight, a.k.a. Max. I asked Max, if you saw a white woman in this particular question, if you saw a white woman getting beat up on, What would you do? What would be your reaction? He said, I wouldn't do anything. What do you mean you wouldn't do anything? Hey, but you entitled to do you on that, Max. I wasn't going to argue the point with you anymore because you are set in your ways. If you thought the correct answer to that was to say, just because she's a white woman and just because the past history of white America, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to intervene in any way of this man beating this woman's ass, regardless of her color. Come on now. Come on, Max. For real. If this father would have been putting his hands on his daughter, there would have been outrage. It was as it should have been. Let's go. Let me go to this next clip. I told you I'm gonna keep it light first. So, every once in a while they always talking about we don't got a seat at the table, but the laws ain't gonna change because we don't have a seat at the table. We got a chance to be a seat at the table, and I'll tell you why. Because here soon you heard Biden talking about he was going to nominate a black woman to the Supreme Court. That's going to give those guys on the manosphere the reason to use the word gynocracy, isn't it? It's not only the manosphere that's fearing this black woman being on the Supreme Court. It's the whole of white America. That is a threat because we'll have a seat at the table. Somebody's about to go and chat and put in the chat room, well, Clarence Thomas is black man. Oh, what? Go back and look at Clarence Thomas's dissension record and see if it doesn't align with his white wife. See if all of his dissensions, even the dissension not to have the January 6th panel go into effect. See whose side Clarence Thomas is on and been on. So no, we get a seat at the table with this black woman. If you don't know about her, let me introduce her to you a little bit, okay? Here it is. This is from, I forgot the news, whatchamacallit. Is it CNN or MSNBC? Here we go. Y'all check this out.
And Olivia Warren, let me begin with you tonight, since you worked with the judge. What do you think will be the focus of a Senate confirmation hearing for her if she is nominated?
Well, I think that what I hope everyone will focus on is her opinions and her extraordinary resume and the experience that she brings to the bench. What I can speak to as someone who worked with her, and what I think that the Senate won't be able to see, is the extraordinary enthusiasm that she brings to her work and to her life. Working with her is one of the most invigorating experiences that I've ever had. But more than that, as I think you just heard from her in her own words, she is profoundly empathetic. When you sit in her courtroom, you see the care that she takes with both the lawyers and the people that they represent. And behind the scenes, where I got to work, she treats everyone, young lawyers like myself serving as her law clerks, her courtroom reporter, and professional staff, including her courtroom deputy, as valued, important members of her team. And off the bench in the world, I have seen Judge Jackson treat everyone she's encountered as an individual with stories that she can't know completely and experiences from which she can learn. She is someone who walks through life with incredible kindness and curiosity.
In a 2017 speech to the University of Georgia Law School, she talked about women lawyers balancing the challenges of motherhood with their occupation. Let's listen to what she had to say about that.
I don't think it is possible to overstate the degree of difficulty that many young women, and especially new mothers, face in the law firm context. The hours are long. The workflow is unpredictable. You have little control over your time and your schedule. And you start to feel as though the demands of the billable hour are constantly in conflict with the needs of your children and your family responsibilities.
Professor Murray, what do you expect to be the focus in a confirmation hearing if she's nominated? What do you think Republican opponents will be focusing on?
Wait. Before we go to that part, they said over there in the manosphere, that ain't possible. It is impossible to balance a career as a lawyer, raising children, going to college, and dare I say, make six figures as a black woman over 35. Check out Judge Jackson's record. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, manosphere. What y'all gonna say about her? She ain't got her real hair? You can't say that. Are you gonna say she not a dark-skinned, a pretty dark-skinned woman? You can't say that. Are you gonna say that she can't articulate her words? You can't say that. Are you gonna say that she's gonna lose her femininity? You can't say that. So what can you do other than try her attack now her record on the bench? Because you can't attack this gorgeous, smart black woman personally. So what you got now, manosphere, and damn near over half of white America? Let's attack her credentials like they normally do. Let's find out.
Well, I think they're going to have to work overtime to manufacture objections to Ketanji Brown Jackson. She has already been confirmed by the Senate 3 different times, and she's been confirmed by this Senate once before. So I think there's going to be a lot of backtracking to try and come up with objections to someone with this sterling resume and this incredible experience. And one of the things I think I hope we will see is, again, more discussion of what it is like to be a working mother. We have a working mother currently on the court in Amy Coney Barrett. And I think it would be useful to have more of that discussion. I hope it won't take the kind of tenor that it took with Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation, where we had senators asking her who does the laundry in her house, but really a sustained discussion of what it takes to be able to perform at this level while also being an attentive and engaged parent at home. And so I'm looking forward to that, and just looking forward to seeing what comes. There's some great people on this short list, and Judge Jackson's obviously the front runner. And I'm really excited for the country, for everything that's going to unfold.
Olivia Warren, because she's been on the circuit during a time where they're hearing cases involving Donald Trump and these various issues, she actually was in a position to deal with the Don McGahn case, forcing him to actually testify to Congress, saying that we don't have a king here. So she has been at the center of some of these legal controversies. I would expect that Republicans will be focusing on that.
Oh, you damn skippity will. You know why? Because at one point in time, Trump really thought he stacked the Supreme Court. And it was a shock to him and his cronies of how many things that they tried to get to the Supreme Court that never made it. Now you have a person that's definitely on the side of right, not on the side of Trump, not on the side of Democrats or Republicans, on the side of right, that told Don McGahn, that said he wasn't going to testify against Trump, said, we don't have kings here. Testify or take your ass to jail. And she'll be on the Supreme Court. She's a young black woman by age considerations of what's on the Supreme Court. Think how many years she has to be on the Supreme Court to shape America. We asked for a seat at the table. We got one. Think of her first name. When you speak her first name, you automatically think black woman. Automatically. And that's no diss. Remember, at one point in time it was. But now when you say her first name, or when you associate it with black woman, you got to associate that name with what? Possibility of the first black woman Supreme Court judge. Gives the name of a black woman a whole new meaning, don't it?
I think that she was on the district court during that time. And I think that how she approached that case is how she approaches every case. She understands the stakes and what the stakes mean to the parties in every case. And in every opinion, no matter who is before her, you can see her deep commitment to writing so that the parties, as she said in her own words, and the lawyers and the American public understand every single step of her reasoning and every single step along the way. She not only cares deeply about getting it right every time, she cares about showing her work.
And Professor Murray, what we have seen of Judge Jackson in confirmation hearings indicates that it's impossible for me to imagine a situation or a question that she can't handle.
Now, she's a jab hand at this. And again, she's good at it because she's done it 3 times already. But I think what Liv has said is exactly right. She's someone who has always shown her work and her opinions. She's writing for the litigants to make sure that they understood that their claims were fairly heard. She has written over 560 opinions. She's been reversed less than a dozen times. That's really an extraordinary record. And again, I really think that if she is the nominee, someone's going to have to work overtime to try and figure out a way to bring her down because she really checks every single box.
You hear that? Someone's going to have to really work overtime to thwart this Supreme Court nomination. So we got a seat at the table now. What are we going to do with it? Going to talk about it? We're going to say, Or we're going to listen to them folks over in the manosphere night after night saying how fucked up black women are. Well, see, folks, and that brings me to what the original broadcast I had. I kind of switched it up a little bit. I was going to do something a little bit early today, but I had to go back and I had to switch some footage up. It's not near what I had planned to do. But the first thing I'm going to do is a lot of these videos that I've heard, these guys talking about how they, what's up, Joe W? Simplified Devil Dog, hoorah, you know how we do. Big O, how you doing, good brother? Kelly Jane, good to see you. But you know how we do. We got that bravado. Say we're going to do this, we're going to do that when it comes down to it. Like I asked Max earlier, if you saw a woman getting beat up, what would you do? So the first video, we're going to see a woman being accosted on a train. And we're going to see what happens. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute, let me find it. Yep, I think this is it right here. No. We're going to do this one first. All right, folks. I got sisters. We're gonna work it this way. I got sisters. What would you do? Keeping in mind of earlier when I said some of these videos are going to be quite graphic, okay? So if you got your little kitty kids walking around or sitting around, you might want to tell them you don't want to see this. Some of these videos are going to be quite graphic. What would you do after you found out that your sister's boyfriend or your sister's husband been beating on her, and you confronted him? What would you do? Would you talk to him? Would you punch him out? Me, personally, I think I'd have to put hands on him. Not unless my sister did something so egregious that he had to protect himself. But, yeah, let's check this clip out. Here we go.
The fuck up. Why is every female saying that you're disrespecting them? Why you not disrespecting them niggas? Why you not bothering the niggas? Stop reaching in your fucking pocket, yo. Because you're getting me nervous, bro. I don't do that pussy shit. If you violated, you violated. Nigga, man the fuck up. You fucked up? Did you fuck up?
Yeah, I fucked up about
Alright.
I didn't trust her.
So she's lying on you and saying you ain't ass.
Because basically, look, I don't know. I
want to fight.
Me personally.
I want to fight.
Me personally.
I want to fight. I want to fight. Because you sitting in my fucking face line. I'm about to knock you the fuck out. Look, Pop, what? Stop touching me. Stop moving your hands. Because you're getting me nervous. I just told you that, right? You're getting me fucking nervous, nigga. I do not tolerate disrespect with fucking women, bro. You're not going to disrespect no fucking woman by touching her.
And that's how I feel. At all times. You're not going to disrespect no woman. Notice he didn't say black woman, white woman. He just said you're not going to disrespect no woman. If I see it, I'm going to deal with you. I'm hardwired like that. I was brought up like that because you hear a lot of people in the YouTube street say that's how I was brought up. So that's how I was brought up, hardwired, that I see someone peeking on the weaker sex, or in some case, even a weaker male. It's just in my nature to protect them. That's the humanity in me. Now, you notice this so-called dude, he had a whole lot of bravado when he was beating up on the sister. But when it comes to standing up to the dudes, like a whole lot of you motherfuckers on these panels, y'all skedaddle, y'all bitch up. Man, I didn't put my hand, please don't talk to me like that, please don't do this, man. Come, no, I did not mean it. Nigga, you was tough when you was beating on the chick, though. Now you're begging Benny. Huh? You tough. That's just one instance. Yeah, I got another one. Huh? Let me see. Is this one right here? Yep. This next one right here. These are strangers here. Okay, he knew this guy. But this next one, these are strangers on a train. That's why I said the show that I had earlier, I kind of twisted up a little bit based on one question I asked somebody. But this guy these folks was on the train. Check this out. Here we go.
You put on some shit like you want to fight back, yo. Or what, yo? I'm just getting tired of what, yo?
Wait, I don't want you to see that one yet. That's the wrong one. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. This is the one I want you to see. Here we go.
Ma'am? What's wrong with you, ma'am? I'm trying to sit down next to you. You want to stab me?
Emergency thing. Nigga, I gotta go to work. Come on, man. Just sit down, man.
I'm trying to sit down next to you. You want to stab me?
Hey,
You want to thrust me right now, ma'am? Is that what you want to do?
Yo, bro.
Thrust me?
Yo. Why you talking to a woman like that, man?
She had a knife next to me, so she be talking to a woman like this. You want to stab me? Why you want to stab me to a woman like this?
Bro, chill out.
Sir?
Chill.
What do you mean,
Respect
chill?
the fucking woman.
I'm trying to chill.
Respect her, nigga.
Will you respect
She
me?
don't want to sit next to you, my nigga.
I'm sorry, I have a right to sit anywhere I want to sit on the bus.
We'll find a motherfucking seat.
Right here, sir.
She don't want to sit next to you, my nigga.
She gotta get up and respect the bus, sir.
Bro, what?
Ma'am, you want to stab me? Are you serious? Ma'am, I don't want to take that knife from you. I don't want to take that knife from you, ma'am. Get over, ma'am, please. I don't want to go nuts right now, ma'am. I want to have.
Now, let me ask you folks before we go any further with this video. If you was on a train and somebody stabbed you, hey there, Basmala, how you doing? Good to see you. If you was on a train and somebody stabbed you, would you continue to want to sit next to him? Not me. And then you hear some folks in the background, some complete strangers saying, hey, stop talking to the woman like that. You know, back away from the woman. Shouldn't you just walk away? Why continue to ask for trouble? I don't get it. Why would you continue to berate this woman even after she stabbed you? Ain't no more seats? Nigga, stand up. Get off at the next train. Wait for somebody to another seat. But you've been stabbed. Go to the hospital. But that's not what. Nope. This is why I say sometimes it's when keeping it real goes wrong, folks. You'll see why. Let's go.
Ma'am, what's wrong with you, ma'am? Pick up your bag, ma'am. Please. I don't give me grace in my voice. I apologize. But I have a right to sit next to you, ma'am. This is Los Angeles, ma'am. This is not your book.
This is not your seat.
Right there, bro.
I'm not about to play with you.
Sit right there. This is this way. This is not her limo. She did that. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't choose that seat right there, so I chose this seat here. Pardon me, ma'am. May I sit down next to you? Don't stab me, ma'am.
Watch out.
Don't stab me, ma'am.
Watch out. Point blank period. If I told you I don't want to sit next to you,
I don't want to sit down next to you, ma'am. You stab me.
Period.
Don't stab me, ma'am.
Period.
Don't stab me, ma'am.
Next to the guy right there.
I don't want to sit next to you.
It don't matter, and I don't want to sit next to you, stupid. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it, ma'am. But you have the
Okay,
right.
so whatever.
What are you doing to me,
Watch out.
ma'am? You want to stab me for sitting next to you? I'm sorry, ma'am. Your breath stank, but still I want to sit next to you.
Bro, it's a bunch of
sorry,
seats.
ma'am.
A bunch of other seats, bro.
Sir, I didn't want to face that way. I want to face this way. What's wrong with this man touching me like this?
Seat right on the side.
Don't touch me like this,
I
ma'am.
don't want to sit next to you.
And she's touching me this way. And she's touching me this way.
And you're in my face. Point blank.
Sit right there, my nigga.
I'm sorry,
Bro,
but
sit right there.
I have a right to see where I want to sit on a bus. This ain't her limo, ma'am.
Alright.
Sir, this ain't her limo.
Put your hands on, I'm knocking you out.
So you want to lock me out?
I'm
I'm
knocking
sitting
you
with
out. I'm
you?
gonna knock you out.
Man, what am I doing next to you here?
I told you I don't want to.
I want to sit here next to you, ma'am.
You're not about to sit next
What's
to
wrong with me, sir?
You can't invade somebody's next room.
Move. She got a knife, man.
Move, or I'm gonna move you. Move.
She want to thrust me for sitting down next to her?
Because I'm not intimidated with shit.
Move.
Sir,
I'll
you want to thrust me for sitting next to her?
Move. Get out the way.
What am I doing wrong, sir?
That's enough, bro. That's enough, bro. That's enough, big dog. That's enough, big dog. I told your ass to move, my nigga.
What did I do wrong?
That's enough, big
You
dog.
goddamn right. You goddamn right. That's what you do. You goddamn right. You had that woman trapped. You goddamn right. She didn't want to sit next to you. Nigga, could you find somewhere else to go? Even after the woman kept telling you, no, I don't feel comfortable you sitting there. I want to sit next to you. I don't want to sit next to him. So basically, you are telling this woman what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and why you're going to do it. Really? Didn't you hear the brothers tell you walk away, man? But you continue. You got what you asked for. The ultimate beatdown. Yep. That's exactly what I've done. That's called protecting the flock. Protecting the weaker species, folks. She lucky. He's lucky. Suppose that these guys wasn't here. Suppose that it was somebody who didn't give a fuck. That they waited until something happened to the woman before they went into action. Somebody would have had a video surfacing around. Look at these niggas in on the train, not doing nothing. You damn right. Beat that motherfucker down. I bet he'll think about the next time getting on a train accosting a woman for no reason because you want to sit next down to her. The fuck? Nigga, move on. She don't want to sit next to you. She don't comfortable. You look like a creep. Go find somewhere else to sit. It ain't that hard. Remember, I keep saying, folks, discretion be the better part of valor. If he would have used discretion, he would not have caught them several left and rights to the face. Every one of them motherfuckers connected. You know why? Because he was too focused on being evil to that woman. Karma is a motherfucker. But let's go back and re-roll some of this beautiful bean footage of when he gets that jaw rocked. Because that's how you got to do him. Fuck talking. Hit him. Fuck talking. Yes, sir, buddy. Turner.
I told your ass to move, my nigga.
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
You invaded a woman's space, personal space.
Did you hear that? You was in her personal space. Tupac said it best. Give me 50 feet. Fuck 6 feet. Give me 50 feet. You in my personal space. You can reach me. I'm in arm's reach of you. You can reach out and grab me. You can reach out and stab me. You can reach out and hold on to me. You in my personal space. You were too close. Grown man would have known. You know what? You're right, miss. My bad. You say you don't want me to sit next to you for some reason. I might stink. You might not trust me. I don't know. But whatever it is, you're right. You're right. But instead, you got your clock cleaned. You got uppercutted. You got wobbly feet. You're wobbly. You don't know what to fucking do now. Asking what you did. You know goddamn what you did. Assault doesn't have to be physical all the time, folks. To me, honestly, it took a little too long. The conversation went too long. In my opinion, in my estimation, it went too long. Maybe you can call me a hothead, but the conversation, man, back up. Miss Lady, you know what? Do you mind? I'll sit next to you. Man, go over, get your ass over there. Do you mind, miss? I'll sit next to you. Now this seat's taken, bro. You gonna move me? See what I'm saying?
Man. I'm not even over me, like watch
bro, it's other seats. Throw his ass off the train, bro.
It's other seats. Wrong, man.
It's other seats, man. It's other
Why
seats.
are you the fuck off the train, man?
You're
on the bus.
The fuck I tell you?
You're in the bus.
Bro, you gotta go.
Like, back the fuck out. You fucking female. What did I do wrong, dog? What did I do wrong?
Don't fall on the damn thing.
Man.
No.
Fucked up. What did I do wrong, dog? What did I do wrong? That's fucked up. What did I do wrong? That bullshit had her on his face, man. That's fucked up. What did I do wrong?
That shit just
Come on,
happened
Metro, what did I do
on
wrong?
the Blue Line, A Line, going to a downtown LA. See ya. That shit just went down.
Yes, sir. That's how we're supposed to go down. Hey, what's up there, Oni? Hey, what's up, Oni? How you doing, good man? How you doing? How you doing? That's how it's supposed to go down. That's what you're supposed to do. Let me get one in for it. Slap that nigga. Yes, indeed. Slap. Because that's what you were supposed to do. When you see, a lot of times, like I said on this stream, a lot of you folks, a lot of you women ask, where's the protection? You know, when it's hardwired, we don't have to walk around and tell you, hey, miss, I got my eye on you. It's just something that a natural man does. You don't have to look for protection around real men because it's always there. You have to look for the protection around the weak motherfuckers. But you already know who they are. You already don't feel safe around them. When the creep comes around the corner, not looking, not saying nothing. Or when the guy runs when it's time to throw dukes, but he quick to throw hands with you. You already kind of know what kind of motherfucker that is. And I'm rolling this to say this, folks. Like I said now, this next clip, it really is going to be hard to watch. It really is. Again, what would you do? Would you film this? Folks, please, please, please understand that this is quite graphic, what I'm about to show you. Now, I don't know if YouTube even might get me on this one. But what you're about to see is 2 men in a room, 1 female. The man walks up to the female, challenging the female. The female continuously talks. A lot of niggas will say over there, well, she should have kept her mouth shut. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Everyone has the right to speak, regardless of, you might not like what they say, but that still don't give you the right to do what's about to happen here. And anyone that can co-signs to this, the only thing that makes you a man is that thing that you piss out of. That's it. Like I said, folks, y'all watch this. He took this too far. He really did. Watch this.
You been on some shit like you wanna fight back, yo. Or what, yo? I'm just getting tired of this shit you doing. Or what, yo? It's really cute to me, for real. What, yo? It's cute to me. It's cute, huh? It's really cute. What, yo? Fuck what, yo? Fuck what, yo? Fuck what? What? Fucking what? As you talk out. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up, bitch.
That's all that you need to see of that. But that's what happened. But he says that he loves that woman. That's what these niggas advocate over there. What's the guy's name? Donovan Sharp said, if my woman ever talked to me like that, that's what he would do. And how many followers does he have? How many times have you heard folks in the manosphere say, I'd beat that bitch down? You wonder where they get it from? This is clear and present danger, folks. This dude recorded this and then uploaded it. And before he uploaded, he looked into the camera and said, that's what happens. Did nothing to this man beating this woman in the face. Nothing. 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 That's right. Now, if that was my sister, both of them would have to answer for that. They wouldn't like what happened to them. And why I say this, folks? This, with these guys over there that say that they got all the answers, that they got all the questions, that they know what's going on, I want you to listen to where they get some of this shit from.
He's letting the hood run rapid because he's scared of Pookie and Ray Ray gangs and stuff like that.
I'm not afraid of Pookie and Ray Ray's gang. What you should be afraid of is Pookie and Ray Ray giving diseases and babies to you. That's what you should be afraid of.
You make no sense.
I make plenty of sense. Everybody understands that you're feeding them. The reason the Pookie and Ray Ray keeps, the reason that Pookie and Ray Ray continue to do what they're doing is because you keep validating them with sex and babies and attention.
I mean, here's a question I have for you, Atari. Do you have any babies with Pookie and Ray Ray?
You muted me.
Yes. Do you have any babies with Pookie and Ray Ray?
I don't.
Have you ever had any relations with Pookie and Ray Ray?
I beg to differ.
Yes. Yes.
You banged the
Pookie, right?
The whole premises is
madam, we're asking you a question. You banged the Pookie, right? You have banged the Pookie, right? Madam?
I'm muted.
No, you're not muted. I'm asking you a question.
No, you did mute me. Now
have
I'm
you
muted.
been banged? Have you banged a Pookie, madam? Have you had a Pookie in your life?
When I was young.
Oh, so this is
and it was good.
There it is.
You're Pookie with a brothers. Let me tell you, all you so-called educated lanes, all you brothers out there with degrees, you brothers
gotta pay and
with licenses, you brothers who work hard, you truck drivers. If a woman tells you that she banged a Pookie in her back, what I want you to do is she's off limits. She needs to go back and leave the trash for the.
Understand, folks, that these are so-called high-value men. These are so-called six-figure men that you are listening to. These are grown men on a stream that's speaking, that's asking a woman, have you ever banged a Pookie or Ray Ray? Chances are you are that Pookie or that Ray Ray. Chances are you stuck your little penis unprotected somewhere. And because she didn't want you no more, you're now trying to say something a woman did 15, 20, 30 years ago defines who she is as a woman, according to that so-called lawyer, Dennis Sperling. Those are grown men right there, folks. So-called pillars in the community. And how is it that Dennis Sperling, as a grown man with children, and he says married, can get on the stream and define what goes on in single life? If you were a single man, why are you taking advice from a man that has to be home by midnight? Why would you take advice from a man that have to drop his children off at school? Because before I talk about somebody, I do my homework. So this is the things that he said in his own streams. That he's a pillar in his community. That, wait a minute, I'm going to let him talk some more.
Trash man. That's what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, you understand what the song means.
Hey, what's up? Not motherfucking double all. What's saying, baby? You know how we do it? I'm about this bitch off you to regulate. For sure. Hey, observe, and you ain't going back. No. We got to show these motherfuckers what's up, though. This is for the honeys, the super soft. I don't want to be a man. I want to be a nigga. You hear me? But let them know. You fucking with niggas that's insecure. More than damn, my shit is pure. Write down my number, but don't call me till you're sure. I ain't bad, just trying to relocate between your legs. Dripping wet, it's me experimenting, sweaty sex. When you met me, you wouldn't let me. And now you straight begging the sex. You got you undressing and text me. Shut me down if you want, and miss the chance to do it live. When I stroll by, I see that look in your eye. He wants a nigga, but think that you can't have a nigga. Don't cheat yourself, instead treat yourself. If you're scared, go to church. I know it hurts to find out me and your man be sharing skirts. I'm hoping you don't take this the wrong way, but your body is banging, got me attracted in a strong way. After a long day of trying to make my songs back, making love all day against the wall in the hallway. Your fantasies come alive, your heart rate shall increase when we meet up in this dark place. You might think you're happy with him, but that's a lie. So give this thug a try. I'll be your N-I-G-G-A, so you can get drunk and smoke weed all day. It don't matter if you're lonely, baby. You need a thug in your life. If busters ain't love in your right, I'd rather be your N-I-G-G-A, so you can get drunk and smoke weed all day. It don't matter if you're lonely, baby. You need a thug in your life. If busters ain't love in your right.
Atari, so you're saying that
you are a great DJ.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was young and dumb. I wouldn't.
You was young and dumb. How old were you? How old were you?
And it's funny, of all the songs that he chose to make his point, because Miss Mala, you left this comment, so I'm glad you're down in the chat, so I'm able to respond to it. You're absolutely right. I do use music to speak and to gauge our audience. You're absolutely right about that, and that's exactly what he did. Seems to me, at the age that Obsidian says he is, this is probably a song he used to ride around with when before, as we say, used to get ready to go to the club. I want to be your N-I-G-G-A. But you notice what the song was saying, that Richie Rich was saying that everything about this particular song was in preparation or in the need to have that woman with him. If you want, whatever you want to call me, I guess in this case, yeah, I'll be your nigga. Whatever you want to do, as long as I'm getting up in them, as they say back in that time, getting up in them guts, I'll be your nigga. It's funny how he chose that song. You always chose what's familiar to you, especially when you're trying to make a point to someone. You always choose something that's familiar or close to the topic that you're doing, especially when you use music to express what you're trying to convey. So, Obsidian, listening to you, wouldn't it be condescending for you to use that song in reference to, well, this is what you shouldn't have been doing at this age? Because that song right there promoted that. It promoted promiscuity. Am I wrong? I think not. But anyway, let's continue.
Huh?
How old were you?
Maybe about 25 years younger than
you.
You
was about 25. You were 25 years old.
25 years younger than you.
25 years younger than me.
Yes.
So that would mean that you would have been about 28.
Around.
You were a grown woman.
I am very grown, so I wouldn't.
You were a grown woman dealing with thugs and losers. You're a grown woman dealing with thugs and losers. Don't be like me dealing with a hood rat.
Yeah, like you.
That would be like me dealing with a hood rat with like 4 kids and tattoos on her neck. Don't make excuses for yourself. You're feeding these dudes, you're validating them, and then you wonder why they keep coming around. You wonder why they think they run shit.
Y'all here and cry. Nicki Minaj married
No, I'm telling you, move out of the way so we can deal with them. Stop babying these losers. Move out of the way so we can handle them. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I want all you ladies listening to this. I want you ladies to hear me. Do not be a Pookie penis receptacle. Okay? That's what I want you to do. Stop having their babies. Stop buying their weed.
Again, folks.
Stop letting them drive your acting.
These are grown men. These are so-called educated lames. Is there anything educated about that conversation? Have you gotten, as a woman, is there anything in this conversation that you've heard so far that would deter you or that would make you want to believe what these guys are saying is gospel or truth? Or does it sound like they're a couple of butthurt guys that ain't had no coochie in a while, that's living in a bad marriage, that wish they could go out and live that footloose and fancy-free life again? Or does it sound like a couple guys on the stream that's mad because they got upset at the prom because when they came there, the girl that they wanted was there with somebody else? Oh, no, I can't sleep. Ooh. Y'all know the song. Inside joke. Those who know it'll catch it. Anyway, folks, but that's what they sound like? The couple of guys that's jealous of, they said Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray getting all the coochie. I ain't getting none. Stop making it easy for them. Start making them work for the cooch.
And your small BMW while you are at work, they are scum, and we need to be done with them because they're destroying the reputation of black men.
You sound like a scary woman out here.
No, ma'am. I'm a very aggressive, angry man. That's what I am. You see what I'm saying? And if you lovely ladies would just get out of the way, we can do to them what we need to do to them, and that's eliminate them.
The gangs are in your way.
No.
Yes. Hold it. She's absolutely right. Listen, for all you so-called guys out there, you Pookie and Ray Ray destroyers, nobody in your way. Nobody's in your way. Nobody's stopping you from going and eliminating said Pookie and Ray Ray. Nobody's stopping you. The problem is, as you say, the problem is if Pookies and Ray Ray are so frequent, the problem is not finding them. The problem is what you gonna do when you walk up on one. Because y'all talk a whole lot of shit behind these screens. Dennis Sperling, Obsidian, Angry Man, for all y'all that keep calling out the Pookies and the Ray Ray, the man that keep calling out the Pookies and the Ray Rays, always saying what y'all gonna do to them. They everywhere according to y'all niggas. Why y'all ain't beat up a few yet? We seen Pookies and Ray Ray in action a little while ago. He beat up a girl, and the other one recorded it. Why y'all niggas ain't caught a flight and found them two Pookies and Ray Rays? And looked around for someone. Where was you at? You see, one thing about it is, I think some of you folks ought to be glad that YouTube prohibits me from playing a lot of music. Because I would talk to you a little bit and then play a song. Then you'd really understand. It would drive my point home. That a lot of you niggas talk game. And it's a lot of you sorry ass niggas out here that beat on your women, that get on these panels for argues, go from panel to panel to argue with women. I'm so glad we got the Bomb Cherries and the Verbal Assassins and the Classic Rubies of the world out here, and a few of these other ladies, they let y'all have it. They let y'all niggas have it when y'all come to these panels trying to, I'm the man. Oh, we ain't done. Listen.
There's no gang like the gang. There's no gang. There's no gang like the police and the sheriffs and the legislators, we will be more than happy to get rid of them. But as long as you keep feeding them, as long as you keep housing them,
you want the women to do your
as
work.
long as you keep reproducing and making them, as long.
Wait, did y'all hear that? He said, we'll use the... Is that not those white supremacist talking points? This is supposed to be a lawyer now. That's admitting. You see, you got to listen to what they say sometimes. We'll use the legislative powers to get rid of the Pookies and the Ray Ray, i.e., we'll pick up some charges to put them in jail. We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Like that's not what's being done already. You just admitted it, Dennis Sperling. You're a lawyer, as you say. You should have known better than that. You could be held liable for that one statement right there. Somebody could easily go to a judge and say, here's what he said on a live stream, Judge. Listen. In that case is dismissed without prejudice. I know a little bit about the law. I'm not a lawyer, but I do study. Necklace.
Yes, I want you to step out of the way. I want you to stop sanctioning. I want you to stop harboring the enemies to the black community. The drug dealers,
so you want to do like Cynthia G said and abort them?
Are bringing our community down.
Do what Cynthia G said and abort them. Is that what you're saying?
Move out of the way. That's what I want you to do.
G said, is that what you're saying?
I want you to move out of the way and let the men take care of the lowlifes and let us take out the garbage. But as long as you keep petting the garbage, you keep keeping the rotten fruit in your house and letting it slide up in between your legs, you're gonna keep having rotten fruit.
Let me ask you a question, Terry. Let me ask you a question. I want to get Pablo and I want to get Kwame in here to join us. Let me ask you this. Did you cook for Pookie? I mean, you said he made you feel good. Did you make him feel good by cooking for him?
No, I'm not a cook.
You're not a cook. Did you wash his clothes?
Huh?
Did you wash his clothes?
No, he did all that for me.
He did all that for you.
So you have a bitch ass Pookie. You have an effeminate Pookie.
I mean, they're grateful. They're grateful.
So a lot of masculine women like effeminate men.
Well, let me ask you. I know in my years of being with women, I guess, I don't know. I've washed a few clothes in my day, married or not. I guess does that make me effeminate? But because I did the laundry for my woman, my girlfriend or my wife, does that make me effeminate? That's a lawyer talking, y'all. With thousands of subs now. That's the advice he be giving. Because you do the laundry for your chick, that makes you a. Let me get some Mountain Dew on that one. Yeah, I gotta. Maybe that's why I'm so hyped. Yeah, I went out and I got me a 6-pack of Mountain Dew today. Yeah, and I like them at room temperature myself. Because you get the good fizz in it. You can put the top back on it, still have fizz. I know. Wait a minute, y'all. Excuse me a second here. Y'all listen to this while I sip on this Mountain Dew before I get my. Go and get my,
So what she got him in there cooking, was he popping your toes?
He's trying to come up here and get one of our checks. He don't know who got it. He just trying to say.
Wait. Hold on, Trinity. You taking
so
this
he
shit
looking for
somewhere
another.
else, man.
He looking for another bill.
Let me.
Wait. We went too far. This next segment here, this comes from a Bomb Cherries live stream. I think about a week or so ago. Like I said, I've been saving this up. I wasn't planning on doing this today. I was going to save this till later on. But since it all ties into what we're doing here, before we get into the ladies here, I want you to listen to this part of it here, because when we go to this live stream, there's a part of there. One of the ladies asked, "Do you know what it is to?" Well, listen. Here, listen. Just listen to this part.
Let me see this, and I'll show you how to respond to it. That's even better.
No, because you don't.
That's what I thought.
You didn't say no AMSR. Like he's trying to.
Yes, she asked, "What is intimacy?" And here's his answer. Here we go, ladies.
Get his rocks off, fucking with Queen.
I ain't getting my rocks off. This is what I do in real life.
These emotional dust mites are real.
Back to the personal attack.
I
asked her to tell me.
You know what it is,
what's intimate, and I told her I'll respond
to it. I think it is. I think he doesn't know. And
let me see this, and I'll show you how to respond to it. That's even better.
No, because you don't.
That's what I thought.
That's
That's what I
from
you
me.
don't
This ain't no
have no goddamn
AMSR. Like, he trying to get his rocks off fucking with
I ain't
Queen.
get my
Like,
rocks off. This is what I do in real life.
Women's
This is my
here,
normal day.
the emotional dust mites
Now,
are
see, look, back
real.
to the personal
The
attack.
dust
I
infections
asked
are
her
real.
to tell me.
you know what it
Tell
is,
me what's
Queen?
intimate, and I told
You
her
know
I'll
what I
respond
think
to
it
it.
is? I think he doesn't know, and he wanted you to
No,
answer so he
I
could
just
build
said
off
it's
of what you
different.
said.
I just said it's different. Well, listen, if she knows what intimacy is, why can't she tell me and watch me build on it? Check and they
I don't need to tell you what intimacy is.
Actually, can I answer that question? Actually, can I answer that question? Or did you really ask a question? Were you being facetious, or was that a rhetorical question? Because I think a lot of the times when we have these conversations, I've seen it happen in real time too. The men will listen to what the women are saying. And they'll even gaslight us sometimes
You be
on the
reading
things that
you be reading into shit too much, man.
I'm a reader, okay?
You read, no, but you
The
read too
men,
much.
the men will listen to
Hush,
us
David.
have our
Hush,
conversations.
David.
They'll listen to us speak, and then they take from the things that we said as if they're their own ideas, and then they use those furthermore in different conversations to fuck with other women. Like I see y'all do it all the time. Why couldn't you just answer the question?
Because I wanted to show I can do this shit in real time.
What is your
I wanted to show I can do it in
idea?
real time. That's why.
It was a simple question. What is your idea of
do it
intimacy?
in real time.
She
That I'm
didn't
good at
ask
what
you
I do.
for the Webster's definition of intimacy. She
because
said,
you
"What
like-
is your idea
and I
of
asked her to
intimacy?"
give me her intimacy, and I'll show her what I would do.
Okay, so you did exactly what I just said.
Okay. Let's move on. Now I'm gonna do it
You
again.
missed the point, mother.
So Queen, you don't have it, so you can't give me an example.
David, what is your definition of intimacy? What is intimacy for you?
For me personally,
Go ahead.
All right. A little bit of slow, a little bit of hard, a little bit of kissing behind the ear, a little bit of kissing down the back, a little bit of kissing to the ass, a little bit of spinning over, a little bit of playing, a little bit of biting, a little bit of rubbing, a little bit of all that, a little bit of banging, a little bit of slow stroking.
Is you whispering, please? Go on.
Oh no, nigga. That is not intimacy, motherfucker. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you motherfucker, but no, brother. That is not intimacy. That is foreplay. That is not intimacy. And these women were about to tell you that. If that's your idea of being intimate, then sorry. That's a weak line of a B movie. It's some foreplay, kissing ass. Intimacy has nothing to do with real. It encompasses everything. It's the touching, it's the talk, it's the environment, it's all of that. It's an intimate setting. That's why those two words usually combine each other. What are you talking about? The kissing and the necking and the loving. That's all derived from the intimate setting. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I could be wrong, but I know if you call being intimate just hugging and kissing and stabbing and sticking, that is not intimacy. Not at all.
See, listen, I can't even be me, goddammit!
And see, he's serious.
Ask me, and here comes Black Woman Spirit. She asked me how I do it, and I'm literally giving it to him.
Okay, so are you done?
Give me that pussy. Give it to me.
You're making us work.
Boy,
Are you, but are you done, David?
See, that's the kind of nigga, good or bad, he equates intimacy to fucking, to sexual activity. That's either good or bad. He thought because he didn't come up there saying, give me that, give me this, give me that. I'm going to run it up in you. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to bang you, girl. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to hang you from the ceiling. That's not being intimate. Just because no, nigga. Y'all got a lot to learn, boy. No wonder it's easier for us elder gentlemen to catch these young females because y'all don't know what intimacy is. You really don't. I'm sorry. No wonder. Again, I'm not the Kevin Samuels talking about beating off with a stick or nothing like that. But I know one damn thing for sure. You're not going to tell me when I do date someone younger than me. That's the first thing I hear. Young dudes don't do this shit.
They crazy. You think I'm crazy? They crazy. I'm just keeping up with they crazy.
Okay, so are you done with your definition of intimacy?
With the gaslighting and the deflections. And we get back to a real
okay, so here's the thing. When we talk about intimacy, just in general, it doesn't always have to be sexual. There are many forms of intimacy. So I don't think that Queen was asking, I don't want to speak for you, but Queen, were you asking him about just intimacy in general? Or but you went immediately to sexual acts?
No, she asked me what mine
David,
was. She asked me what
hush.
hold up.
David, hush.
Queen, she asked,
David.
Queen asked me what mine was, Mother. That's why I went there. You gotta keep up.
Mother, you are picking up correct what I was trying to put down.
Did y'all hear
because
that?
of the fact that he went automatically into foreplay. He didn't really go into intimacy.
He said he didn't ask that. He said, I didn't go to that immediately. Yes, you did. That's what you let off with. If it wasn't your wallet, you let off with that bullshit. And a kiss, a little. He thought, listen, this is exactly what he did. He lowered his voice. A little kissing, a little loving, a little touching, a little ass kissing, a little this, a little that, and nigga, that's like I said, that sounds like you auditioning for a phone sex advertisement. That ain't intimate. That's a prelude to one or the other. I'm about to jack off or I'm about to get me some. Which one you about to do? Excuse me.
Went into his version of intimacy. It doesn't look. Shut up, David.
That's what you asked me.
Shut up, David.
No.
I'm trying to be nice. You're pushing my buttons.
I'm being nice too. You better ask about me, girl.
You don't know about me.
You better ask about me, girl.
Stop. You're not ready for all this over here. You're not ready for all of this over here, David.
Listen, I don't know what it means. Listen, Queen, you knew me. I'm a she here. I'm being nice. Angela will tell you that.
Do I have to get the duct tape out, David? Do I have to get the duct tape? Does it require handcuffs and duct tape?
Shh. And I need one of them London girls, man.
David, you're never nice. Let's start there. Like, I don't know why you think you'd be nice. You think what you're doing right now is nice?
Absolutely. Because you heard me up. You heard me mean? This ain't me mean at all. Everybody know that.
Mother, you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Thank you. And I just want to take it a little further because I think intimacy is a good conversation. Currently, it's like 4 different types of intimacy. We have emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy, experimental intimacy, and spiritual intimacy. Those are all, we're going to talk about those because you already mentioned the sexual
intimacy. Like a tampon panel now. I need you to be intimate.
Would you like a tampon? Would you like a tampon?
Would you like a tampon? Go talk that to your goddamn man.
All 9 at once.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because they called him on his idea of what intimacy is, as far as these women on this panel was concerned, he was way off. So what do? You resort to insults. You resort to the, go to your man. Don't come in here with that bullshit when you're the one that actually speaking the bullshit, David. Yeah. Because if that's your idea of intimacy, no wonder you spend a whole lot of nights at Empty Arm Hotel. No wonder. Sure do. I'm drinking Mountain Dew. You see my man shaking his cognac. Yeah, he do spend a whole lot of nights by himself, don't he? Yeah, every night about midnight, you always see him come over to a different panel, arguing with a woman about how sexy, how cool he is, how nice he is. That nigga ain't shit. Music. Speaking to myself in third person. Ain't that some shit?
Mark David. All 9 at once. Wow.
It's okay, David.
The funny part is, David did all that goddamn pop locking it and dropping it in the chat when we was up here getting rude ass together, and your ass sitting up. You just want to be the person to traumatize us further, dude.
I'm not gonna traumatize y'all. I love y'all. I don't want to traumatize. Rude hate y'all.
You're traumatizing us.
Different. Rude hates women. I love women. Rude hate women. I love women. And that's why I never get mad at y'all. It's like playing with a cat. The cat be thinking he can beat you. Like, little cat, get out of here, little cat. That's how I do with y'all. Y'all believe me, y'all be fighting tough and hard.
You're referring to women as a subhuman animal?
Deflection.
Yes,
It's called an analogy. It's called an analogy. Look it up, goddammit.
David, check
But why do y'all always have to compare? Y'all always have to compare.
People can be who they are, then people can't be who they are.
But why do y'all always have to compare yourselves to beasts?
Because
That's it, nigga. What's the problem?
You know, you can't
I can fuck with a nigga who look like Humpty Dumpty. You got.
All right, let's move on. Here's where this panel picks up at, okay? I came on the panel. This is what I walked into. This is Bomb Cherry's panel a few weeks ago at night. Rude was on there. Another guy was on there. This guy was on there. And they were arguing with someone. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. These so-called guys will get up on these panels and got so much to talk to women about. As soon as a dude comes up there, and I'm not cheering for Rude, and I'm not cheering for Big J, but as soon as these dudes come up on the panel, start setting a few of these niggas straight, that you ain't as cool as you thought you was, you ain't the man that you think you are, all of a sudden, this kind of shit breaks out. But someone asked me on a panel, Taylor, asked me on a panel, who argues more? It's proof positive that men argue more. On these panels anyway, at least the YouTube streets that I frequent, unless I'm watching the news or sports or something, but if I'm in the YouTube streets driving down Ain't Shit Boulevard, usually I run into one of these dudes' channels first. Sure do. Check this out.
Damn me right, man.
Nigga, you can't put that
a big fat nigga, you best believe, nigga, I can definitely fuck with a big fat nigga who can't breathe, nigga, who can't move, nigga.
I ain't about to breathe.
You ain't got no win, nigga. You can't spell win, nigga.
I ain't about to talk China. See me.
Yeah. Keep trying to name out your motherfucking mouth, nigga. Why you mention China every time you talk to me? What's that about, nigga?
Bitch, and I know you hate it, bitch ass.
No, that she can be your bitch, nigga. All right, now what?
Nigga, shut your bitch ass. China, my bitch. What you gonna do about it now?
I just wanna. I'll come back, nigga, when I get done my workout, nigga.
I know you better come.
I got a few more workouts to do, nigga. You niggas stay up here till I come back, yeah?
Shut your dick suckers and get the fuck out.
I'm gonna show nigga that both you niggas can't fuck with me in real time at the same time, nigga. I mean, I'll fight both you niggas at the same time and beat both y'all ass at the same time, nigga. Yeah, it's gonna be two of you niggas got to come and fuck with me, dog. Understand the game. You niggas trying to be rude in this hole, nigga. You niggas want to be rude, nigga. How about you admit the shit? You idolize me and this bitch, nigga. Hoe ass, nigga. The fuck you niggas mention my name while I'm not on a goddamn panel. Hoe ass, nigga. I've been on this panel, nigga, all fucking last night. You niggas didn't come up. Hey, been on all yesterday, nigga. You niggas ain't came up. You niggas think it's sweet, nigga, because I'm not on right now, nigga.
He wants contact with men.
Hey, man, I'm tired of you niggas coming to Bomb to want to talk to me when all these motherfucking females over here, bro. I don't understand the game. I don't come to Bomb Cherry trying to holler at no motherfucking nigga, man. You niggas got a habit of trying to holler at rude, nigga. There's too many women on the panel for you to holler at, nigga. Nigga, address your attention. Focus, nigga, on the women on the panel. Why in the fuck you mentioning rude, nigga? Don't let nobody bait you in and talking about me, nigga. Then when I come up, nigga, you niggas on Earth's mouth. What the fuck wrong with you?
You know he can't fuck with me.
Hey, nigga, hey, David, this shit routine, nigga. I like slapping shit at you, dog. Hey, I like checking old niggas in the first place, man. So it's easy. 40 and 50 year old niggas, nigga. Hey, nigga, I eat that shit for lunch.
Y'all hear him not answering it.
You understand what I'm saying?
You got it. I'm gonna let you get it. Go ahead, girl. I'll let you breathe. Go ahead, girl. Be great.
Nah, I'm letting you know, nigga. It's just funny to hear two niggas older than me.
Be great.
Hey, two niggas older than me, man. One's supposed to be at work, the other supposed to be in whatever you do. You got 3 wives, nigga. You ain't got none. Hey, 3 wives, nigga. You ain't got none.
Okay, Root got a point right there. You got 3 chicks, but you got time to be on a panel trying to woo one mo. You trying to be the man. Again, I'm not on the side of Root in no way, shape, no form, but he's bringing some valid points up. Y'all got all of this. You got all of this. You just big time rap, big time. You can talk to women out there, draws it in at the drop of a hat. Why you on a panel talking to women that you can't reach? Isn't that an oxymoron? What you gonna do? Send your ding-a-ling through the internet? Is it that long? I think not. What you gonna do? So I never understood this. These guys that get on these panels talking about all these women on these panels with me. They for me. No, they ain't, nigga. This is entertainment. These women go back to their life after they fuck with y'all. I know Bomb do. I know Ruby do. I know Verbal does. I know Taylor does. All these I know Mother Earth does. Who else? I know what's her name? The Avatar X. I know she goes back to her life. Even Sissy Sanders go back to his life. Don't fuck with y'all not on the internet. Y'all take this shit too seriously. These women ain't got no second thoughts about y'all. This is fun for them to sit up there and watch two grown-ass niggas fight over nothing. Talking about another one got some DSLs. What the hell is that an argument for another man? How you know?
Avatar picture is not good promotion for you, my nigga. Change that
nigga,
shit.
Who am I promoting to, nigga? Who am I, and why you so focused on my picture though, nigga?
That's a good question. Why do you always nigga call? How you checking another nigga? Listen, no, I'm not saying nothing. If there's some attractive men out there, it's obvious they are. There's some good-looking men out there. But listen, I don't go around saying, "Damn, that's a good-looking man." The fuck? Put your picture up. Let me see it. Let me see if you ugly or cute. What the fuck for? Why? What do you need to see me for? And then why, when you do see me, or if you see me, you rating me? You ain't gonna, 3 F's, you ain't gonna be feeding me, you ain't fighting me, and you ain't fucking me. So what I give a damn what you think I look like? The woman that I lay down with ain't got no problem with it. That's all that count to me. I give a fuck what you think I look like. As a matter of fact, I can think what anyone outside of the woman that I engage my time with, or the people around me think about me. The fuck I care about what you think. Why is that a question of what a dude look like? Especially coming from another dude. I can understand that these females might ask that question. Wonder what he look like. Wonder what he look like. Female, but I don't think another dude. I don't think that's appropriate. A little scandalous if you ask me. The fuck you care what I look like? What you care? What the fuck I care another dude's fat? If he is, he is. Lose some weight, nigga. That's your business. I'm not going to use that in an argument. Oh, you just a fat motherfucker. That's a woman's argument. You got big hips, bitch. See what I mean?
Nobody caping, but y'all be bragging about people's shit.
Listen, a nigga with nothing can't talk to a nigga with something. That's the rules.
I got a question though. I got a question. Why did y'all start purring like some kittens
say shit to me? No nigga
when that nigga hit the panel? Why did y'all start purring like Eartha Kitt when that nigga hit the panel?
I'm appalled.
That nigga hit the panel and y'all niggas was like,
see, I didn't call that out. That was another woman that said that. Why every time Rue come on the panel, y'all start purring like kittens, but you got so much bravado? Lovely Peace hit somebody with that the other day too. Why you got so much smoke for the woman? But when a dude come up here, you quiet than a church mouse. Why is it, fellas? Why y'all got so much smoke for these women, but y'all ain't got no smoke for the dudes? Why? I want to know. I don't argue with women, so I don't know. I might have a debate with one or two, but a full-out argument?
With aggression, I clown nigga say, why you so aggressive? Stop this bullshit. Stop this bullshit, mother.
Because they want to argue, girl. That's how it be. People just be, y'all did. Y'all did.
That's their full play.
But you know what?
Nigga, you don't knock it off.
This the thing, though. If you ain't got a car, you really do need to shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Like, you just need to be quiet if you ain't got no car.
Listen, let's entertain that for a minute. A nigga with no car talking shit. Like, we all supposed to slap him. All of us are supposed to slap him. That nigga ain't supposed to be able to talk shit. Nigga, you ain't got no car. I got an old dingy truck. Nigga, if you don't sit your farmer ass somewhere to fuck down, boy. LA, we get it. Nigga, come out here, we get it. Y'all seen it, we get it.
So y'all think Rue lived with his mama?
You said a dingy truck? You said a dingy truck?
Yeah, he has a dingy truck.
Do y'all think he lived with his mama or a female family relative or something?
I think he do. They said he stayed with somebody. I don't really give a shit.
His brother.
We know he ain't got no house. We know he ain't got no house.
And see, there go another thing. too much. Y'all talk about too much people's personal information, and that's me personally. I don't think too many people can say they know too much about me on a personal level, and I keep it like that, whether I'm friends with them online or not. You know what? Not that I don't trust them, but you know, some folks might say the wrong thing, not thinking it's the right thing. Some people might take the fact that you live on a homestead as in you ain't got your own. Some people might take the fact that you don't work for somebody, that you don't have a job. Some people will take the fact that if you're unmarried, that you don't have a woman, that you can't have a woman. So as much less information that you put out about yourself personally, remember, they can't talk about something if they don't have all information originates with you online. And that goes with pictures, that goes about where you live, how you live, why you live. The other person that we talk to, everybody out there that I'm talking to now, you can only speculate about the life I live. But what I bring to you is actual facts about how other folks can talk about how other folks is living. Don't Rude live with his brother, so his mama something. Nah, he lived with his brother. Why would you even say that? Oh, the easiest thing to say, I don't know. The slick dissing. You on his side 1 minute, and the next minute you dissing him. See what I'm saying? Backhanded slap.
With his brother, okay.
I gotta take you back to my brother's spot ass nigga. Oh, I gotta take you back to my brother house ass nigga.
Oh, don't make no noise ass nigga.
Yeah, we gonna get trolled if we be too loud ass nigga.
Y'all need to stop that, man. Y'all need to stop that.
Our nigga with no ice. He ain't got no ice. Nigga, show
I think that nigga on house arrest because you don't never hear nobody around. Like,
see, that leads to speculation. That's the part I needed at, because you know whatever Rude does in his personal life, that's his business. And if you put it out there, Rude, you know, if you put out there that I don't understand why you folks sometimes leave with your worst foot. You know, why you would tell people that you've been to jail or, you know, or this or that. I don't understand that. Leave that out. Leave that at the door. Only tell people what you want, that you know, and not to say that you're embarrassed about anything in your life, but don't lead with the worst to you, because people will use that against you. So I don't understand that business. Let's continue with this stream right here.
So Trinity, what you're saying is he out here patrolling for another check. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes.
Okay, man. Well, how do I get paid from? He did all that for you.
So you have a bitch ass Pookie.
Well, how do I get paid from you too?
Look at
nobody.
Think about it.
Can we talk,
bro? Because
Trinity, can we talk?
So Trinity, what you're saying is he out here patrolling for another check. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes.
Okay, what Trinity is talking about, it's a little farther into this same broadcast, that there was a guy named Leonard that came onto the broadcast. Leonard was trolling, and I don't understand why it took so long for people to pick up on this. So what you heard was in reverse. This is Trinity, after listening to the broadcast, after listening to Leonard talk, finally decided to go up on the panel and say, this nigga is full of shit. So this is actually in reverse. What you're hearing now is towards the end of the broadcast. So let's pay attention. Listen to what she's saying. This guy is coming up here trying to either garnish cat chaps or trying to get into the business of how can he make money off making black women mad. Let's make the point of making a couple brothers mad or sister mad and see how long it takes them. Watch. You'll see what I'm saying.
Man, well, how do I get paid from YouTube?
Look at
nobody.
Because none of us are in a wheelchair up here, bro. I'm sorry.
I didn't do that.
Don't find somebody else.
Do what you got to do, little wood.
I mean, Mela came up here. She was probably taking a Bacardi nap, and she came up here and sang Teddy Pendergrass to you, Limwood.
Well,
I know. I had them all wrong.
Yes, and that's the thing. But you know, as much as y'all make fun of us, and that's fine. I don't It turned out to be the wrong somebody.
I don't make fun of y'all. I'm gonna at y'all ass
All we try to do is help y'all.
I'm at y'all ass direct.
It's too many guys talking at once, man. Too many people talking at once, dog.
I'm at y'all direct, man. I don't make.
The reason why I decided to record this in reverse was the point of this. When they thought Linwood was a guy that was on their side, and when these guys was rude and a few others was telling him, stand up for yourself, be a man, y'all being too harsh on him, blah blah this, blah blah that, blah blah blah. And that's what a lot of folks say. Let these young men stand on their own. You're being too soft with them. Get a pair, grab a pair. If you want a woman, go and get one. You don't need Kevin Samuels to tell you how to catch a woman. I didn't need no damn dating coach. I did all right for myself as far as a woman is concerned, as girls are concerned. From when I started dating early, 16, 15, till when I got dated and married, children, divorced, I haven't done too bad for myself when it comes to dating women. But I didn't lack confidence either, like these women thought Leonard lacked, or whatever his name was, Linwood. He was playing on their sympathy, and they fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And what these guys were saying, and this is what I'm talking about, ladies, you leave the protection grid sometime, and them monsters will eat you up. Those folks like Dennis Sperling, they present themselves as pillars of the community. But behind the scenes, you hear how they're talking? You hear how they talk to you? You hear how they talk about you? And you heard Mella say, I got him wrong. I had him all wrong. But you didn't want to listen to the chat room, the guys down in the chat room that was telling you guys this. You didn't want to listen to Rude. You didn't want to even listen to Big J. You decided that this guy was legit. And you didn't want to listen to us until Trinity came up on the panel and set you women straight. Yes, you did. You got what you asked for.
Listen,
you just left her with 4 wheels. I just can't stop laughing.
But hold on. But damn, can we respond though? I mean, damn.
Let me hear AJ. AJ been quiet, man. Go ahead, AJ.
I mean, damn, can we respond? What the fuck going on right now?
Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying though. I mean,
I'm getting off.
Let me hear AJ talk. Linwood, shut the fuck up, man.
Linwood, you're not just gonna leave. We don't do your plate on the floor.
You can get the fuck on out of here, man. AJ, dog. Hold on, man. Ludell, hold up, man. Let me hear AJ.
Man, bruh, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let him rock out, man. Cause
AJ, go and talk with that shit you doing.
He's gone.
AJ, go ahead and do your thing, man. AJ
wasted a lot of time on this panel.
I'm trying to understand what Linwood wanted out of this whole situation.
Man, fuck Linwood. Linwood wrong, man.
Well, never mind.
See ya. I was gonna do it, but he gone.
I just put a monkey wrench in his whole fucking agenda, and that's why the fuck he dipped. That's what's
going on. You full of shit.
So what you're saying, Trinity, is that he's a whole home health aide. He was on here looking for a new client.
Home health aide, a predator guy, and y'all know people think.
Oh, that mercy!
Y'all know that he probably came across this live stream and was like, "Ooh, there go a bunch of crazy bitches I can manipulate." He came up here.
Oh my god!
No, you gotta think about it. Think about it. No, listen, nowadays, pimps be online recruiting. They got all types of predators online recruiting. He was trying to come look for his next crazy.
Nah, he come from good mothers. That's where he come from, man.
Okay, he sound like he come from that movie I Care a Lot. That's what he sound like.
Thanks.
He is a single black male. That's that movie right there.
No,
out here stalking, looking for the next set of wheels.
Yes, he is.
Hey, he was 5 seconds away from using that hard ER.
What about it? He going after handicap women.
Yeah.
Yo, like Mella and shit. Yeah, exactly. He came to the right spot. Mella.
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying? If was a fifth, We all would have been drunk. Now, this stream had been going on for a couple of hours. So as I'm saying, I'm going backwards. So these guys are now realizing for the last at least hour and a half, they were being played. They were being suckered. And they didn't realize that this guy was looking for some victims. He was looking for somebody to get some cash from. Can you help me out? I'm in a wheelchair. And like Trinity says, he was looking for some crazy bitches that was willing to feel sorry for him and help him out. And y'all fell into it. Hook, line, and sinker. Fuck the protection grid. Fuck listening to the brothers in the chat room telling you this nigga ain't right. Joe W., you was there. You saw what was going on that night. You was in that chat room. You remember that.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, the thing is, like, you can't blame us for trying. You know, I mean, if you do something,
nah, Ludell, you weren't trolling, man. Don't start saying the trolling shit. You weren't doing no trolling at first, man. You was caping. You were trying to cake. You were trying to cake.
Like sales. It's like sales.
It is sales.
People buy value. People buy value, not people buy value.
I want to know what Linwood. No, I want to ask Linwood. Linwood, what are you good at, man? In your life, what can you do?
What I'm good at? I'm good at managing.
You ain't good at what? I can't hear this.
I'm good at managing.
You're good at managing. What else? What else?
Good at managing. I'm good at communication.
Okay, this is where Leonard introduces himself. So as I was listening to the stream, I was wondering why they were so hard on Linwood at this point in time. So I started backing up to the stream to where I saw Linwood's name come in for the first time. And this is how Linwood came onto the stream. This is how he introduced himself, as per Rude asking him the question.
And I have great leadership skills.
Okay, all right. Besides that, all right, let's say hobby-wise, right? Can you dance?
I'm not that great of a dancer, no.
All right, can you hold a tune? Can you sing when a song come on?
I'm not. No.
All right. Do you play in the sports? Are you athletic, or do you want to work out?
I do work out. I used to play football.
Okay, and you're pretty good at it, right?
I was pretty good at it.
I mean, you still would be pretty good at it. Now, you're not as on the level as a young man, but I understand what you mean, bro. Okay, I'm just trying to think of some things. But you can ask the ladies right now. Just say, what is it you guys are suckers for? Just ask them.
Well, I mean, first I don't look at.
No. Ask the ladies right now. Ask the ladies right now.
But okay, I'll do that. How many women on this panel?
You can count them, man. You can't see. It's like I see 1, 2. I see 3. Hold on, 3.
Including the host?
Yeah, the host. Yeah, 3 altogether. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, ladies, I'm going to ask you a question. What is it about a man that makes that you are, what the gentleman said, suckers for?
Confidence.
What? Okay. Confidence. Anybody can be confident.
Actually, no, that's not true, but go ahead.
That's not true, yeah. A lot of things y'all not, some of the men walking around with their head.
You damn Skippy. Not everybody has confidence. Not everybody has confidence that's willing to take that walk of shame if you in the club and you go over and you ask that pretty girl to dance and she said, my feet hurt. You got to walk back to your buddies clowning you. Man, she said her foot hurt. I ain't worried about what you said. I'm gonna get her for the night over though. I got confidence that before the night is over, I'm gonna get her on the dance floor. I got confidence before the night is over, I'm gonna get them digits. And that was before cell phone where they could dial you up and say, you gave me the wrong number. I didn't hear your phone ring. Oh, it's on silent. I forgot. No, it didn't even ring. Show me. You didn't know if you had the right number till you got home or to the payphone. She gave me the wrong damn number. I'll be damned. That thing said 800 out to lunch. Come on.
Down, look like you're scared. A woman approach.
A woman want to feel like protected.
Yeah, and so that's what I find. What about you, woman sphere?
You muted. I'm not sure if she's here. How about Taylor? Are you still here, Taylor? Let's see what I'm gonna look in the chat and see what the women are saying. Ladies, what do you find?
You got to be confident because a woman has so many senses.
Now, when I add, when I say add bomb, you know, I understand confidence, all that's raw, right? I'm saying something's a little deeper than that, to where you may be a little guilty pleasure, right? Like tattoos on a nigga, like tattoos on a man's chest or his neck or his back, shit like that, right? Or a guy who can dance, a guy who know how to, he know how to move it, right? A guy who can fight, who will knock a nigga ass out, like real time type shit, like that type of shit. I'm saying like that type of shit. Linwood, can you fight, Linwood?
I'm a peacemaker, not a fighter.
No. Would you beat a nigga ass if you was on a date with a woman right now and a nigga tried you or tried her? Would you beat his ass on sight, or would you try to make peace?
I'll put this between him and us and him.
Hey, don't leave. Man, I'm about to bust him in his head. I'm about to bust him in his head with a bottle, and then I'm stabbing him with what's left in my hand.
Right.
Come on, bro. That's me.
I'm trying to see that hit. I'm trying to see that hit it right. I didn't hear you right on.
Damn, I shouldn't have said that.
If the threat keeps pursuing me, I will defend myself. But
see, that's a wrong answer, bro. No, Linwood. If you was out to eat, right? Hold on one time, man. If you was out to eat right now with any one of the women in the chat room or on the panel, whatever it may be, and I just on some knucklehead shit just decided to run up on you, I want to fuck with you, right? What would you do to me in real time?
I would ignore you until you become a nuisance.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting in your face fucking with you.
As long as you don't hit me, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I might put my hands on your ass so nigga you ain't doing shit. Or I might take your food because nigga, your food look good type shit, right? Like, what would you do if I even start fucking with your girl that you with?
Here's what I'll respond.
Let me put it a little different.
See, that's two different scenarios. Now, if you run up on me and you threaten me with bodily harm, I'm gonna handle that. My instinct is to handle you. But if I see you and you're not really, how do I say this? Until there's an intimate threat to my woman or to my person, I'm not just going to arbitrarily swing out. I'm going to protect myself. Now, if you put your hands on me, that's a different story. The level of violence that you create is what I'm going to respond to. And that goes in any situation. Now, if you across the hall screaming at my woman, I'm not going to run over there and punch you in the face. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, if you come into my space and I got my child or my woman and me, and you want to do something that I feel is harmful or threatening to someone in that group, my family group, of course I'm going to defend myself. Of course I'm going to defend them. There's no question about that. But me, as a man, mano y mano, my man, you can say what the fuck you want to as long as you don't put your hands on me. Then you got problems. Your words, you don't know me, so your words, that's the only thing you can say about me that makes a difference is speculation. All you can do is curse me out. Nothing that you say to me is true. You just mad about whatever situation. So I'm not going to take what it says personal. When you put your hands on me, that's personal. I can walk away from words, but I refuse to walk away from you putting your hands on me. Big difference. Big difference.
If this
okay, go.
Let me put just a little different.
Wouldn't do this blatantly.
Wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose me and you were at dinner. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Chatting. And Rude walked by and he hit on me. He hit on your date in front of you right there. Right? What do you do as the man? What would you do?
First of all, ask him, do you know her?
Mm-hmm.
And
then I turn and I say, no, I don't know him. I never seen him before.
Okay, great. Now I'll go back and ask. Now, mind you, I'm not doing anything quickly because I want to know.
Not me, bro. She with me. You can look, don't touch. I can't do nothing. You admire my woman from across the room. But, hey, bro, my man, Don't diss. That shit to get you beat up. You know that. That shit can get you beat up. Lucky I'm not that kind of dude. But step off, man. She with me. End of story. Now, if you persist, then we got you elevated. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you might not have known that she was with me, even though you saw us walking in together. You could have been that under assumption and could have been a relative I came with. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you that. But once I make it clear, this my woman, you ain't got nothing else to say to me. You ain't got nothing else to say to her. End of story. But I'm not going to listen. How many men can say they was they've gone to on a date with a pretty woman to a club and she walked through that club and some dude didn't hit on her? Really? I done went to restaurants with my wife, and when she walked from the table to the bathroom, somebody done said, "Yo, hey, how you doing, miss? You here with somebody?" My husband. Shit, everybody want this. Don't no man want no woman. Nobody want. The fuck?
Why he's here? Why is this gentleman at our table?
No, Linwood, them bad answer, Linwood. No, Linwood. No, Linwood.
But
no, nigga.
Even I'm not a woman. Not asking you to really fight, but you gotta at least know how to.
All right, let me ask you.
You want to know that you can protect her.
Yo, anybody else on the question?
You start talking, or you're gonna be like, "Yo, what's up?"
Anybody else on the panel?
What's going on, bro?
Anybody else on the panel? Any other man on the panel, man? Can y'all answer that question, please?
Well, for me, though.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't think she was riding for him. I think she was riding on him.
Anything past 22 years old, I would never.
Okay, but you just sat here.
But you can have fun when you're young. You know, you can't have fun.
Look, listen to what you just did. You just sat here and told a multi-millionaire attorney.
I need to see the check.
Like he wasn't shit.
I need to see the check. I don't believe it.
Like he wasn't shit. And then a few seconds ago, you said, "Oh, but later, you know, I need a man with some means and some money." And you just got in front of one.
And I'm telling you, men like me will never date you after we found out you dated a Pookie and a Ray Ray. So you just ruined yourself. That's what I'm telling you, sweetheart.
I would have to see a check for me to respect any of that.
Embarrassed yourself.
I didn't embarrass myself. I don't want him. I don't want him. Anybody else to be willing to pay.
Yep, we moved on a little bit. Segued right into that. So again, you hear the lawyer saying, because you dated someone that you decided not to spend your time with, once you found out that he wasn't shit, I can't deal with you. But these are the same guys. If you go over to Dennis Sperling's streams, you will hear him so many times saying that he went out to strip clubs to hang out with his buddies. You will hear him several times saying at times how many deals that he closed at the strip club, complaining about the very thing that he said he created. The Pookie and Ray Ray environment. That you was giving women money, preferably dollars, making it rain in the club while so-called closing business deals. I've heard you say that. So, based on what you just said, shouldn't the same thing be for you? Based on your past, should you not be? Should you not deal with a woman of any substance? Should you be subjugated to a life of dealing with only strippers? That you got to lead with your wallet first? You created this so-called culture. Because some guys like you, because you think you got it, y'all will spend thousands of dollars in a strip club at night and call it a history. It's closing the deal. Man, I had to spend about 20 grand in the strip club as strokers. Sure did. But got the deal closed. And then talk about the young woman that was shaking her ass for you. Believe me, I've been in them circles. So I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Just like him.
Sweetheart, you've already ruined yourself. I am not going to date a woman who's dated a Pookie and a Ray Ray.
I don't want you.
I don't want you either.
You 1% for nothing. Sweet life.
I don't. See, it doesn't matter what you want. The fact that I don't want you, and I'm the one that does the choosing.
You
and I'm telling you, other men like me who are successful are not going to waste their time with you. You're like the floor of a chicken coop. It's full of mess because you've had Pookies and Ray Rays all over you. We don't want you.
Wait a minute. If this guy was so in high demand, why would he be on a live stream arguing with a woman that he wouldn't choose to begin with anyway? She wouldn't be in his league. Why would you be on a stream with Obsidian arguing about Pookies and Ray Ray? Because that's a life that you're not even around. The Pookie and Ray Ray life you don't deal with because you don't live that life. You live the life of high value. You don't hang out in the hood. You don't eat ribs from the shack down the street, the mom and pop store. You go to Gucci like Jim Jones. You eat the lobster and shrimp. Go to the best restaurant, date the prettiest women. So why are you on the stream when you got all that going for you to tell a woman she ain't the kind of woman that you would date? You're a lawyer. Argue that. 2 words that I'm about to tell you that you have no argument for. You right. Why would you even be on the stream arguing with a woman that you have no dealings with at all? You wouldn't date her. You wouldn't live with her. You wouldn't work with her. So why would you be on the stream if you had all these great things going for you as a 6-figure lawyer to argue with a woman that's dated a Pookie or Ray Ray? You tell me. Hey, Shaw. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me read this. What's it say, Sean? Jessica, yeah, I'm not sure why people do. That's what I'm saying. You're not my kind of girl. No, thank you. We had a couple dates. It didn't work out. No, I'm sorry, but yeah, the sex was good. But after the sex, what we're going to do? There's still 23 hours left in the day. The sex took an hour. Okay, 2 hours. It's still 23 hours we got to deal with. Oh, I'm going to go to work. Okay, so that's minus 23. So that's what? 8 hours? So how many hours left? I still got to deal with you. What we going to do for the 14, 15 hours? 13 hours. What we going to do with that? Sleep? Watch TV? We got to have something other than common than getting in and out the bed. You know what I mean? But let these guys tell it. You know, once you date a Pookie and Ray Ray, that's going to define who you are. I still want to know who Pookie and Ray Ray is anyway. Now, is there some ain't shit guys out there who... I gotta say to you women. Listen, if you allow a ain't shit nigga to lay around you for months and months and months on end and not do no work, that's on you. You allowing that. Now, I can understand if a brother gets injured or if a brother loses his job or something like that. That's one thing. But for somebody to sit around for months on end talking about he can't find a job in this climate, when they're giving bonuses to work at McDonald's, ain't no excuse. They starting at $15 an hour, they tell me, at Joe's Crab Shack. They starting at $15 at the local McDonald's or Burger King. You got a night bonus if you're working at Publix. They starting at $21.50 if you know how to stack the shelf properly. And they're giving you a bonus. Give you $500 once you complete the first week of work. So for you women that's letting these brothers walk around here, lay up under you talking about ain't nothing to do, that's some bullshit.
And you ruin yourself. And it's not your fault. It's the Pookie and the Ray Ray's fault. Because we need to get rid of them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're ruining you and other women like you, and they've been doing it for decades now. And if you would stop helping them and stop aiding them and stop validating them with your body and your time and your attention, we could do it. We could starve them out. But as long as you ladies keep feeding these suckers, they're going to keep breeding like roaches. You dig?
Bro, like, you cannot make a girl, like, that's lust. That's what they lust.
Well, but then there has to be a social punishment for it, bro.
Did you hear this, nigga? There's got to be a social punishment for called life experiments. Not every man that a woman dates is the mate for them. You find out through the war of attrition. This is what I like about her. This is what I like about him. And if those likes don't add up, walk away. So in between you trying to review if you got enough likes to put it together to become a couple, and you decide to have a encounter or two while you together, figuring out how much you like each other, and then it develops into love each other and leads to marriage. Are you not supposed to experiment sexually? Or now I won't even use the word experiment. Isn't the sexual experience part of a relationship? Whether it starts from the first time that you so-call yourself meeting each other, or dare I say 6 months later. Dare I say that? So when you find out that the relationship doesn't work some 5 years later or some 6 years later, is that supposed to mean that you're not supposed to go out and find another relationship, or another relationship finds you? Are you ruined now as a man or as a woman? Because let's face it, because that's basically what a lawyer is telling you. Once you dealt with a Pookie and Ray Ray, because defining a Pookie and Ray Ray is somebody that didn't work out for you, you should have remained pure until I ran across your ass. That's what I'm telling you. As a lawyer, you knew I was coming. You should have waited before you gave Pookie or Ray Ray something. And I'm mad about it.
All right, you went to bed on that kind of men that you said that you like. You just went to bed in front of all these Yeah. Well, and again, it's not her fault, brothers. I mean, at the end of the day, it's their fault when they keep doing it. But we need to push these Pookie and Ray Rays out the way. We really got to make it hot. I'm glad Nicki Minaj said they need to get rid of that mystique that these guys are these awesome dudes in the bedroom and all that. We need to do everything we can to get rid of them and make it
Listen, do I like Nicki Minaj's music? Some of it. But Nicki Minaj ain't got no room to talk. Not with the history that's behind her, and it ain't my business to talk about. But you go look at the history of the dude that she's dealing with and the history of her brother. But this is a lawyer saying, I'm so glad that Nicki Minaj is this. A woman that's been chasing beauty her entire adult life. Lips, ass, titties, eyebrows, nose, everything about her basically has been surgically altered. But you'll hear a lawyer and a so-called internet relationship guru give Nicki Minaj praise. What kind of shit is that? talking about, oh, she was wet thinking about that dude. Because you know why she was wet? Because that dude stood up in it. He put it on her. That's something that these other dudes, these Dennis Sperlings and the Obsidians and the Angermans of the world don't have to their credit. That's what they're so mad about. That a woman don't remember a sexual experience with them. That's what it boils down to. That a woman does not earth-shattering sexual experience with them. You ain't nothing to talk about, nigga. There ain't nothing special about you. I'm just saying.
Fashionable and uncouth to deal with them because they're ruining our young women. And just like this young lady, she played with that cockroach when she was young, and so now no man of any substance is really going to want to deal with it because she's already ruined, in my opinion, because she's dealt with a Pookie and a Ray Ray.
Now wait now. He is at least in his 40s. So what young women is he still out there in his 40s and 50s still chasing? Again, go back to his stream. He said he was a married man. I don't know if he still is or not. But at one point in time, I know there was some few streams of this that said he was married with children. That's actually, if you go to his cover, I think on one of his websites, is a picture of his young sons and him. The wholesome life, the lawyer. But here it is. He talking about messing up our young women. Instead of worried about what Pookie and Ray Ray doing, once you build something for the young women to have someplace to go. Once you, instead of worried about what the Pookie and Ray Ray is doing, once you go make sure that they're not in a position to be out there in the streets. Once you go sign up for one of these big brother programs as a lawyer, that would be quite easy for you to do. Why don't you sign up for one of these mentorships in one of these local colleges? Why don't you go find a young black kid and offer them an internship in your firm? If you were so concerned about the young people. Not about whether Pookie and Ray Ray is fucking the young girls or not. That's the last thing that you should be worried about. As you say, a community leader. Hey, Sir O, what's going on with you, good brother? How you living? Now, see, that's what I'm saying. That's right, Shaw. When they going, as you say, when are the men talking about going to encourage, help, suggest, mentor, and stop dereliction? See what I'm saying? So you got the women that ask the question, because if you roll into the YouTube streets, so far that's all they complain about. You talking about the fresh and fits. They complain about dark-skinned women. You go over the angry men, women of scrags. You go over the obsidian, women have hit the wall. You go over the BGS, right after the pandemic. The world gonna be your oyster because the single mother's gonna come out in drones. You go to other streams, they talking about they mad because women is getting a little bit more money than them. $300 to be exact. And that's the kind of shit that they mad about. They'll do streams on women getting money, but they won't do streams on mentorships. And in the line of work that I do, when these young brothers come to me saying, hey, you think you could teach me how to use that zero turn, or you think you could teach me how to do the hardscapes and less? Sure. But if you bullshit me, I don't waste my time. And I'm not going to allow you to waste my time. But I find that over in a lot of these YouTube streets, they don't mind wasting their time. I call out names. Cat like James Keel will go from stream to stream to stream to stream, defending the angry man. But then you'll get a guy like the Commander Saru and Gray who give you straight deals. But you don't never hear folks going around unless they're trying to copy him, praising the dude from the knowledge that he brings to do, as you guys say, these spaces. There's nothing wrong with having a place to chill out at. Nothing wrong with having a place. But you know something? The internet gives you an unprecedented view into the minds of women. It's rare that you're able to sit up in the stream and just sit back and listen to what these women talk about. You don't get that. You didn't get that 15, 20 years ago. Because what did you do? You just dropped your chick off at the dress the dress shop or the beauty parlor, went on about your business. Remember when Cletus showed up and the clumps? Remember when Cletus showed up unexpectedly? And they was talking about his really didn't work. Remember that? Remember Florence and Miss Jefferson? They used to go down to the help center. How come we only time we went down to the help center was to help clean that bitch up? Why ain't never been to no meetings? But sometimes we hold stream after stream talking about the ills of these black women. As the good Dr. Dre would say, what about these black baby mamas? Let's listen.
Obsidian, you still there? I think we lost Obsidian.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Mr.
There we go. All right. Okay. Atari, my question to you is this. You said that you got with a Pookie and Ray Ray because, you know, you were young and you wanted to have some fun and whatever. But you then said that as you got older...
I'm unmuted.
Hang on. Yeah, as you got older, you wanted to get with a man with means. Okay, fine. That's fair.
Yes.
Hang on. How do you explain Nicki Minaj? She's complaining about a Pookie and she don't need a Pookie's money.
She's not complaining about a Pookie. Not one time did she complain about a Pookie on that thing. You can run it back 1,000
what kind of minute she with? What kind of minute she
complained about men who talk about black women.
Wait, no. She said that she dealt with men who called.
Well, if you ask me, since you asked the question, Obsidian, what kind of man one that has been accused of exploiting children, allegedly. That's the kind of choosing that Nicki Minaj does. But let's talk about Nicki Minaj for a minute. How many different relationships since Nicki Minaj became popular have you known her to be in? Meek Mill, Drake, Jeezy. Who else she done gave it up to? But that's who they comparing to say that she know the measure of a woman. How many different relationships has Nicki Minaj been in? In my day, we would call her a freak, an industry chick, a pass around. You had her your way, I had her my way, but we both had her, boy. So how is it that a so-called internet radio station guru can use Nicki Minaj as an example of a successful relationship? How does a lawyer stick his nose in to agree?
Her a man because she wanted to expect to have an orgasm with sex. So my question becomes to you, what kind of men was she dealing with?
Oh, see there again. I'm going to go deep on you. Ladies, how many of you actually have had an orgasm from actual penis sex? From penetration. It's usually from stimulation of the little thing, you know what I mean? Or there's the constant, just the build up to it. But it usually, if it's not something that comes with that you know what I'm saying, with that insertion or that penetration, don't you get frustrated? Don't you get upset when some man just jump up on you and bang, 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 lay over and turn around, talk about it and ask you, how was it for you? Or would you have you? That's what I'm saying. That's what these niggas is talking about. Because, see, they always reverting back to sex, so I got to bring it. They ain't never had a woman that went around and telling another woman, damn, that nigga stood up in it. You hear me? I got up and made this nigga biscuits from scratch. Because he stood up in it. But they always revert back to, she wasn't this. No, nigga, I'm telling you, it ain't about her. The longer you please her, the longer you get pleased.
A race car driver, the #1 race car driver. Not a Pookie, not a Ray Ray.
All right, who else? Fine.
Why would she marry Pookie and Ray Ray if
one race car driver? Who else did she deal with? Didn't she deal with? Hold it. Didn't she deal with Meek Mill? Is Meek Mill a Pookie? Is Meek Mill a Pookie? Is Meek Mill a Pookie?
Is the race car driver?
Is Meek Mill a Pookie?
Is the race car driver?
Meek Mill was with her for several years.
Is the race car driver?
Meek Mill was with her for several years.
Okay, was the race car driver?
Was Meek Mill a Pookie? Answer the question.
According to how you describe Pookies and Ray Ray, yes, Meek Mill is a Pookie. According to the definition, to your standards, to the lawyer standards, and about thousands other niggas that y'all done talking about, Meek Mill is a Pookie. But now you want to champion Meek Mill because you want to use Nicki Minaj as your example of picking the right dude. Well, it's been the opposite. How many dudes done picked Nicki Minaj and said, fuck it. Here, you have her. How many dudes done picked Kim Kardashian and said, fuck it. Here, you have her. But I digress.
Getting that vibe, man.
Is Meek Mill a Pookie? Yes or no?
I'm not waiting on you to hit me.
Alright then.
I'm likely gonna
so when
hit you
she's talking about dudes,
just like I put in the chat, I'm gonna hit you until somebody pulls me off of you. Okay.
You ain't really got a hit, right? Because just the way you act when this dude, like somebody said, you'll be like, "What's up?" Like, is there an issue here?
A coffee
She'll
mug
feel like
to the face is efficient.
I agree.
A coffee mug to the face is efficient.
No, but wait a minute, they're going to jail and shit because a man just listen. I'm a woman who men have literally, while I'm with another man, have literally just walked up and just started dancing with me. It got in the middle of us, or just started talking to me, telling me I'm too cute to be with this dude. Like I think this shit just happened.
No, the dudes will try it. Dudes will try it.
Yeah, they size up that guy and decide that, you know, and then jump right in.
Now, if a gentleman did that to me, yeah, I would confront him.
Yeah, but what about for her?
Well, for her,
see that?
Now, mind you, the woman on this hand, see, she didn't bring on the attention. He brought it to her. So why would I confront her when he's the one?
No. You're not confronting her. I said confront him. Hold on, BJ. Let me get it back. Hold on, BJ. You're not confronting her because she don't know what's going on, bro. She just like you. Like y'all confused about why this nigga is fucking with y'all while y'all trying to eat. The thing is, when a woman is with you, she'll agree to be with you, right? Because if something were to go down, bro, she want to know that you as a man would actually take up for her and take up for yourself in real time. No negotiating. I mean, I understand if a nigga might have a gun or whatnot, man, that's one thing.
Analytics neither.
But we talking about if a nigga ain't got no gun and he pretty much just fucking with you playing with you, dog. Like he's pretty much trying to try you in front of your girl or whatnot, your date or whatever whoever she may be. Dog, in real time, what would you do? It's not gonna be negotiating or making peace or even asking questions. Dog. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm only bringing to the type of person that I am.
Okay, cool.
And this is why she'll fuck with Pookie, because Pookie ain't hesitating.
Well,
no, for real.
Well,
Pookie ain't hesitating.
Okay, that's correct. But Pookie a lot of times can be very jealous, even if the woman knows the man and there's no sexual contact.
No, we talking about in real. No, we talking about in real time. No. So we ain't talking about the history or the backstory. We talking about like if somebody poses a threat while you trying to enjoy your meal or you with your date, a nigga fucking with you, bro. And what would you do as a man at that moment, bro? You ain't caring about no backstory. Fuck the backstory. She might even know this nigga. Probably fuck that nigga, whatever it may be. But he's trying you, and she's with you, and she ain't been with that nigga in years. And yet he could be on some jealous shit himself, to where he might want to confront both of you guys when y'all out and about. So what do you do? Either or, whether he know her, know you or whatnot, or he don't know neither one of y'all, he just want to fuck with you. What do you do, man?
If he starts swinging on me, I'm gonna fight.
You ain't got to even wait for him to swing on you. We talking about the fact that he's posing a threat.
Oh, what if he just swings on you and knocks you the fuck out?
I'll tell you what Linwood. Hold on. Watch this, y'all. Okay, Linwood. Hold on.
Together. Okay.
Linwood. Watch this, Linwood. What if though you and your girl, right? And I'm coming to you and your girl, and I grab your girl by the ass and her thigh. Well, what you gonna do then?
I'll tell you what the.
See, that's a whole different set of parameters. That's a whole different thing. There's a difference between someone talking to you about a situation, someone throwing idle threats or throwing idle chatter at your way. That's all done well and good. But now there's a different set of parameters. You now move the goalpost of what would you do if someone physically touched your woman. Of course, I'm going to defend her. It's not going to be a question of the level of disrespect, because you have now arisen the level of disrespect. First of all, you don't know her. Whether you're touching her just to say, unless it's, if you're outstanding your hand as in to shake your hand, that's one thing. But if you're now grabbing her ass, you are totally disrespecting her. You are totally disrespecting her, not only as a woman, but you're totally disrespecting her as a human being. That's bottom line to it. So me, as your mate at that time, I'm going duty bound to knock the shit out of you. That when you wake up next Friday, that you'll be able to see out that right eye. I'm supposed to do that. But again, like I said, discretion be the better part of valor. My man, you can talk all the shit you want. But as long as you don't touch me, long as you don't crush that threshold of my personal space, fuck you. Going about your business. I know you ain't got no gun. I know you ain't got no stick. All those parameters of the only thing that you can do with me now is throw your hands or throw words. Long as you throw words, you ain't got no problems with me. But when you throw hands, we got problems. You can say all the fuck you want to, but I'm going home. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going home. Fuck around, you might not. It's your choice.
So, dude, what the fuck you do?
No, you should whoop my ass. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to steal her from you, my nigga.
Big J becoming one of us. Oh, what's up?
I'll steal her from you, my nigga. If I can do all that shit without even a challenge or a word from you,
sir.
She's mine now, nigga. She's mine.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a gangster, so I don't.
All right, cool. Let's do it like this. I think a lot of people. Hold on, BJ. I think a lot of people will respond to this. Okay, you eating your food, right? The waiter brought your food out, man, and this nigga come by and knock your food on the floor, man. At that moment, what do?
This sounds like some bully tactics.
No, I'm asking you. He come by, he knocked down, All
right, we already went over that scenario. We all know what we do. We all know some of us would react violently to it, and some of us were trying to find reason. I'm saying discretion be the better part of valor. That is unfair, and that is an unloaded question, because none of us, until that time comes, know initially how we'd react. We can only speculate how we would react to that situation, because we don't know. Because we don't know what mood we was in. We don't know what time of day we was in. We don't know all the parameters that brought us into choose a situation, either knocking this motherfucker out or saying, fuck it, you ain't worth it. We don't know. So let's move on from that.
I'm not into hip-hop, but I do know Pimp Juice.
Yeah, but
I may not be in
I don't know Pimp Juice, and I am into hip-hop.
I couldn't even tell you who wrote the song. I couldn't tell you who wrote the song.
Hey, Rue, where you at? Hey, where you at, Rue?
I'm right here. What's up, Nixon? What's up?
I am an educated lane. I'm an educated lane.
No, you're not. No, you're not, Big J. No, you're not, bro.
I am. I'm an educated lane.
That title has officially been taken over by another motherfucker tonight. Go ahead.
Big David graduated from university. Cutting the fuck up tonight, dog. He was a different person. No, but graduated. Some of the stuff he be saying, I be like,
listen, Linwood is a guy. He's you could tell he's educated, right? He comes in, but when it comes to women, though, Linwood, the woman you would be friend zone, like.
Yeah. Well, I'll admit that most of the time I am in the friend zone.
But that's your fault, though.
Well,
it has nothing to do with her.
Well,
it's actually,
Well, I don't blame her.
And it don't have nothing to do with the other dudes neither.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Or correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. But 9 times out of 10, you automatically know when you meet someone, especially if you're going out to a club or something, whether you're going to be interested in within the first 15, 20 seconds of you making eye contact with this person. Am I correct? Just think about it. In the course of a day that put yourself in a surrounding where you're out to actually meet and greet the opposite sex. How many eye contacts you make? How many eyes, 2 pairs that they lock and they just say, yeah, I'm available to talk to you. I'm available to dance with you. And you guys, of all these different folks in the club. But this guy here, you see, this is what I'm saying. Remember at the earlier, it took Trinity to understand that this guy was playing a game. And now we're going farther into it. We're at the beginning of where he portrayed himself to be this educated, lame, innocent guy, unsocial kind of guy that needed help from women to understand women. But actually what he was doing was trying to make a point of, you see how easy it is to dupe black women. And if you go back to the stream, he actually says that. You see how easy it is to manipulate some of you. All it takes is a random act of kindness because you're so willing and sometimes to not want to vent someone completely. You want to believe because he tell you he got a Mercedes. It's true. You want to believe that he tell you he got 6 figures. It's true. You want to believe that he going to come and scoop you up and take you to his mansion. You want to believe that it's true. And when you find out that it's not true, instead of you leaving the situation knowing that you're dealing with a liar, you convince yourself because you done got your feelings involved that he gonna change. Now that video of that man striking on that woman, do you think she left that relationship? Do you think that was the first time that he hit her? The only time we pay attention to shit like that in our neighborhood is in a movie. We all remember what's love got to do with it. But think about all the people that was around Tina Turner that allowed those whippings to go on week after week, night after night, day after day. Did Hollywood embellish? We don't know. But we know one thing for sure. Tina Turner used to get her ass whipped. We know one thing for sure. We just saw a young man filming a young lady getting devastatingly beat in her face and he did nothing. We know that we have heard men condone women for having relationships, but they themselves have done the same thing. When you've heard them say that, I frequented the strip clubs, or I remember when I bought my first piece of pussy. But then they get on the stream and complain about the strags. These guys that get on this stream and try to tell you about Bitcoin and crypto and don't know the first thing about it. There's a difference, no disrespect to anyone, there's a difference between using animated avatar and using a cartoon character. Some of you niggas use cartoon characters. Think you got all the answers for everything. Going back to that stream that I was in earlier, I pointedly asked that man, if you saw a woman getting beat up, if you saw a white woman getting beat up, as a man, you wouldn't do anything? He said no, because she's a white woman, because of what they did to black people. You're no better than they are. So I don't ever want to hear you talking about what white America does when you can't look past, you can't even look past your own nose. You can't see the lack of humanity in your own self. So how can you judge another set of people? Max, you quick to call people out. I quick hear you talking about RBR all the time. And how he says this about reparations, how he says that about reparations, how this, how that is. But brother, what side you gonna be on? The side of righteousness? Or the side of, I'm just like them? I hate all white people. Where you gonna be at? For all you brothers who talking about y'all got this deep love and admiration for black women, where y'all at when these black women getting beat up? Where's the stream about this Supreme Court nomination that's trying to find some dirt on them? Where's the streams that talk about, oh, she's a dark-skinned black woman, y'all know she got attitude? Putting feed to the fire. But yet y'all make stream after stream after stream after stream talking about 304s. Like Bomb said, so fucking clever. Just say the word hoe. Because as a man, if that's what your streams are about on a daily basis, if that's what your stream about, the real reason why, I'm going to tell you the real reason why black women don't like. I'm going to tell you the reason why black women don't like. I'm going to tell you the reason why I sit in my car in the parking lot. I'm going to tell you the reason why. If you listen to me long enough, I ain't shit. Nigga get on a stream, 2 streams talking about, I don't see how a man get on a stream and talk about another man's Johnson. Nigga, you just made 2 streams about it. Turn around, look at the mirror. That's how, because you did 2 streams about talking about Aunt Sidian's Dinka Lane. You did 2 whole streams about the man's Johnson. And I ain't talking about Howard Johnson, Hojo's. Folks, it's about time for me to get on up out of here. I really had a great time. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in this Sunday to Classic R&B Jams Radio, where, of course, I'll do a little something from all the decades, play some great music for you. If you're inclined to, the link is down in the subscription block over there. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. If you want to leave a comment, by all means, leave a comment, whether you agree or disagree with what I have to say, folks. This is my opinion, and you know, I is entitled to it, But just one more thing before I gotta go. Joy, I really like that roller skating part of the stream that you guys talked about roller skating. It got me so motivated that I'm gonna have to give you a history on roller skating. Listen, I'll say this, folks, before I go. Roller skating, you cannot be drunk, you cannot be high. You cannot be, because you will end up on the ground. Roller skating is probably one of the best places to go when it comes to catching wholesome women. I ain't talking about church. I ain't talking about the club. I'm talking about the roller skating rink. So much so, folks, that and the life that I lived once I learned how to skate, and that was a while ago, and that was way back in the early 80s. Every place that I've lived, I've made sure that a roller skating rink was at least in a 2 to 3 mile radius of my front door. And these guys were talking about Cascade and where the roll bounce and all those other places. I've been on those skating rinks. That's my stomping ground. So with that, folks, appreciate everybody hanging out there with me. Check it out, Classic R&B Jams Radio. Again, link down in the description. Head on over to my Facebook, folks, and send me a friend request. Y'all know where to catch me at. Sundays and Mondays right here on the radio. I might drop in with another live. You just never know. Hope you get the subscriptions. Here it is. Matter of fact, I think I got one. Wait a minute. Yep. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out here, folks.
Hi, this is Shar Willie from the Just Ask Shar Advice channel on YouTube. Join me on Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central, where we have an open panel giving advice in real time. Come join us. See you soon. You're listening to CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams, soulful sounds all around